Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and another part of this Manchester City series where we are picking up where we left off last time, where we had beaten Manchester United twice in a row, 3-0 in the EFL Cup quarter-final to set up a semi-final against Liverpool, and then 4-1 in the league. A great performance from the team, 2 penalties from Fernandinho sealing the deal for us. We then have since played Brighton, where we did manage to win by 3-0. A very comprehensive performance from the team. All the damage coming either side of half-time, really. Just waiting for the game to load, a little bit slow here. Cancelo gets us the first goal. Ball played out wide to Sterling. He holds it up just in play, puts it inside, and Cancelo with a header from the penalty spot makes it 1-0 just after the half-hour mark. And then a couple of minutes later, the ball pulls out to Mahrez on the right. He takes it to the byline, cuts inside, and Aguero with an easy finish at the edge of the 6-yard box. And then just after half-time, a De Bruyne beauty into the top corner and a 3-0 win secured. No problem there. Then we had 2 7-0 victories in a row, which is going to show. I know there's been criticism of this tactic, which I don't fully buy. Somebody said it was a mid-table tactic. I don't think these results are mid-table. I think even if you had a great tactic, you would see results very similar to this one. And in fact, the number of clean sheets that we're keeping while still scoring a high number of goals speaks volumes to me. But a 7-0 victory against Spurs in the Premier League as well. A full-strength Spurs team, Son, Kane, Ali, they're all in there. And we tore them apart. 10 minutes in, Bernardo Silva took it down the right, swung it inside, and Jesus, who had the game of his life here, gave us the lead with a great header from a tight angle. 2-0 came from Zinchenko, pulling in from left back, finding Bernardo Silva. It was saved, about 3 bites of the cherry, but eventually he slams it home for 2. Just before half-time, ball put inside, comes back to Kyle Walker, David Silva, back to Jesus, and he gets his second. One of those sort of no real power in the effort, but it goes into the top corner. 4-0 just a couple of minutes later. Jesus with another, somehow onside there, gets his hat-trick. And then just after half-time, we keep it up. Walker back to Bernardo Silva, ball across to Gundogan, excellent finish from him into the top corner. Actually, this is still in the first half. No, second half. Yeah, first half. That was still the first half. It was just late in the first half. Aguero then running through on the hour, making another goal. I think that might be 6, was it? And then for the final goal, ball put in by Zinchenko, away by Vertonghen, but Jesus just volleys that with absolute venom into the top corner for 7-0. We didn't manage to score another, but we did keep the clean sheet. And then we went into the game with Middlesbrough. We put out a strong team for this game as well, because I wanted to make sure we got through with no slip-ups. I'd quite like to win the FA Cup this season. And we got off to the perfect start. Aguero stealing the ball, not the first time he's done that this season. Threw on goal, finished the one-on-one, and gave us the lead 15 seconds into the game. Then, just 4 minutes on the clock as Bernardo Silva switched the flank to Sterling. Ball back inside from the byline. Into the goal actually. I thought he pulled that one back, but it just went straight into the goal. Aguero, under 20 minutes on the clock, scores a penalty for 3. And then the fourth comes again, half an hour on the clock this time. Sterling out to the left, puts it inside, and Aguero finishes his hat-trick brilliantly inside 30 minutes. Second half, Bowler takes the ball and then gives it away to Gundogan. He lays it off to Sterling, who finds the bottom corner there. Goal number 6 came from another De Bruyne beauty, curled around the wall, kept low, keeper couldn't reach it, nice finish. And then just before full time, we make it the 7th heaven. De Bruyne over the top, Bernardo Silva, beautiful first time volley on the left foot, finds the bottom corner, and a 7-0 victory all wrapped up. Then we had the first of a double header against Liverpool. We are playing them 3 times in January. It's going to be a tough run, but hopefully we can get the win. The next game, which you will see that we will live play in this episode, is going to be huge in the Premier League. But you can see here, first leg of the EFL Cup was quite a difficult one. We did have to do it with 10 men after we scored our final goal of the game. 15 minutes to see out. We actually carried on trying to go for goal, but it didn't work for us. Salah put the ball in, just 9 minutes on the clock. Mane back to Salah. He was onside there somehow. Mane beautiful roll of the ball forward and finish in that bottom corner. We did respond. I think this is still in the first half here. Silva played it inside. Aguero, beautiful pull away from Virgil van Dijk to make it all square. But Liverpool came at us again. Mane switched the ball to the right flank. Salah with the excellent touch past the defender and an equally excellent finish. Liverpool's quality shining through there. And then our equaliser, 15 minutes from time, ball came to Aguero. He takes it past Gomez. The effort is saved, but he manages to slot the second one into the back of the empty net. And then Benjamin Mendy was sent off it was 1 or 2 minutes after that. Yeah, exactly 2 minutes after that, Benjamin Mendy sent off. And we just couldn't keep going to get the win with just 10 men at Anfield. But now we take them on at the Etihad. Now remember, our only league defeat did come to Liverpool at Anfield. They are the main challengers in our season. Arsenal also up there, but Liverpool have 2 games in hand. They are 7 points behind us. We can make it 10 with a victory today. But we then play Arsenal at home as well. So 2 huge matches there. If we can beat both of these teams, that should be our name pretty much on the title, because then there's just Chelsea. And then we have quite a nice league run through right till the end of the season where we'll take on United and Spurs. So there isn't too much to worry about in the league if we can win these next 3 matches. Chelsea down in 7th, not too big a challenge, but we are away from home. So let's go into this Liverpool game. Now do drop a like on the video if you are enjoying this series. Not too many people seem to be loving this one as much as the Newcastle one, but I have been thinking one thing we could do, 1, maybe 2 seasons with City, then we could go for the Newcastle job now that they've probably got a new owner. Let's have a look at the team here. Still managed by Steve Bruce. If we look at their general information, where do we find out the owner of the club? Owner still looking to leave, so they haven't sold the club yet. We were sold maybe a little bit too early in the Newcastle series, but we could go and have a look at maybe managing Newcastle when a new owner comes in and hopefully sacks Steve Bruce. But right now, we need to focus on winning a Premier League title, get our stock up so that we're good enough to take on the Newcastle job and become unsackable. But this is the team for the game against Liverpool. We've got Aguero, Sterling and Bernardo Silva as our front 3. De Bruyne is joined by Gundogan in central midfield, Fernandinho backing them up. Rodri has been fantastic this season, but I'm going to trust Fernandinho's experience for this. Maybe bring Rodri on later in the second half. Cancelo, Otamendi, Stones and Walker in defence with Edison in goal. We do have a suspension for Benjamin Mendy at the moment, which isn't ideal. But I think we'll be able to win this game if we play at our best. We were unfortunate to have drawn with Liverpool earlier. We're playing them a lot this season because obviously we had the Community Shield against them as well. Now they're lining up with Mane, Firmino and Oxlade-Chamberlain. No Salah, out with injury at the moment, which is helpful, or suspended. I'm not really sure why he's missing. But Keita, Henderson and Fabinho in central midfield. Grimaldo, Matip, Van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold in defence. Alisson in goal. It's nearly a full-strength Liverpool team. I'm going to say I expect to win here. We have only lost that 1 Premier League game, as I said, which was to Liverpool. And that draw at Anfield as well. We really need to get a win here, knock their confidence a bit. Grimaldo, though, with a free kick, puts it to the back stick. Oh, just flashed wide by Fabinho there. If we can win this game, opening up a 10-point gap, even if they have 2 games in hand, is such a big lead. They do get thrown away leads like that, but I really would have confidence with it. And I'd also be more confident about beating them in the second leg of the Carabao Cup. Now, Aguero trying to steal the ball like he has so often this season. It's sent back to Alisson. Cancelo with the header, comes to Alexander-Arnold. He plays it through. Otamendi cutting it out beautifully there. Sterling switches to the right flank for Bernardo Silva. He's already on a yellow card. Puts it back for Sterling. Very long range on that 1-2 there. Gundogan plays it through. Aguero surely offside there. He's finished it. It doesn't look like he's offside. It may well go to VAR, but it looks like they've given the goal. A beautiful peeled run. Excellent through ball. And a great finish for his 19th of the season. You can see Gundogan here just held on to it. And when the run is made, he's, if you look at the line at the edge of the box, just in line with the left-back Grimaldo as he finishes that one really coolly to make it 1-0. Now here's the offside look. You can see, oh, he actually might be offside there. those lines were a little bit inconclusive depending on which team they were assigned to. But we have got the lead. I'm sure VAR would have ruled it out if he'd been offside. But a nice 1-0 lead in the bag with half an hour played. Liverpool, inspired by their feedback, coming hard at us. We have got 5 yellow cards, so we might want to make some early subs in the second half. Corner for Liverpool, Grimaldo in, ball away. Henderson edge of the area, sends it back to Alexander-Arnold. Oh, I thought he was about to be robbed by Aguero, but it's back to Alisson. Sent forward, Cancelo heads it on. Arnold back, comes to Fernandinho. Now Gundogan, out wide to Bernardo. Goes on a run, but loses it to Keita there. Henderson across to Keita again, who's having a good game here. Chamberlain through to Alexander-Arnold. Dangerous play here. He puts the ball in. It's another good one, but Walker away. Oh, poor ball from Cancelo, and Keita has missed the opportunity there, putting it wide, and we do maintain our 1-0 lead at this point. A very good lead as well. Hard earned. Really good play to get that goal. And now we just need to keep going in the second half. We are going to have to make some substitutions, otherwise we will be going down to 10 men again. Cancelo to Aguero. Looking for players to get in the box. He's doing it himself. He's still going, Aguero. What a run, and it's just been saved by the keeper. You can see here the goal line technology maybe not working as it possibly should do. That is extremely inconclusive from that angle. Maybe they need to patch that. But a really good effort, amazing run from Aguero. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Ball back to Otamendi, over the top. Aguero making the run again. He's really up for this game. He's through on goal, but straight at Becker or Alisson. I just want to take off a couple of players here. We'll take Alderweireld off. We'll need to leave Cancelo on. We'll also take Gundogan off for... let's bring Rodri on. I was going to bring him on for Fernandinho, but Fernandinho seems to be okay at the moment. The ball, though, switch flank to Chamberlain. He's through on goal. Held up, goes for goal, and it's gone wide. And at the moment, we are being a little bit saved by Liverpool's profligacy. I have no idea how you pronounce that word. I assume it's something like that. And finally, Grimaldo getting a yellow card. Mane has got a knock, which is quite helpful for us. Not going to be at full capacity now. He will probably score after saying that. Alderweireld, though, heads it through, and Bernardo Silva's been played in on goal. He's through on the keeper, and he finishes it right underneath Alisson there from very close range. And his 7th goal of the season makes it 2-0 in a huge game for the title race. Sterling here switched it on. That header from Alderweireld, so critical. And what confidence to run straight at the keeper and just blast it underneath him to make it 2-0. I didn't expect Alderweireld from right back to be giving the assist in that kind of way. But we are now 2-0 up and looking really good for this victory. Liverpool still only with one shot on target. Can we get another? Alderweireld on the right flank. Inside to Rodri. Given away. Firmino played in by Fabinho, and he's through on the keeper, and a good stop by Ederson, who's been so good for us this season. One of our absolute unsung heroes. I'm going to actually bring Riyad Mahrez on now for Bernardo Silva, just because he's on the yellow card. I don't want to risk a red unsettling our position, and Mahrez is a very good player, especially as an impact substitute. Will be able to use his pace to unsettle a Grimaldo on a yellow card. Their entire back line on a yellow card now, which is quite helpful. I mean, 3 of ours are on a yellow as well. But Cancelo puts the ball in. Mahrez is in there. It's come out to Rodrigo on the volley, and he's just put it wide off the base of that post. And just 5 minutes left to see out. We'll drop to defensive now. Try and keep that clean sheet if we can. Aguero back to Fernandinho. Comes to Aguero again. He's playing out left a lot today. Puts the ball in, and I suppose that's a save from Becker. I'm not sure it was meant as a shot. Cancelo with the ball, though, played over the top. Matip clears it. A little bit erratic, the play here. Grimaldo plays it through to Shaqiri, who beats the defender for pace. He's through on goal. Saved again by Ederson. Liverpool changing their formation to a 4-2-3-1. They're chasing an equaliser. Well, they need 2, but a goal and an equaliser here. They do not have a lot of time to do it. Just a couple of minutes 1 minute really of normal time left, and then whatever they can muster from added time. Mahrez though switches the flank. Sterling in behind. He's got players up for support. Liverpool caught out here. Sterling dinks it back. Mahrez arriving, but Becker or Alisson able to just pull that one from the centre of the goal there. Not the best header in terms of direction. And Firmino on the ball back to Shaqiri. Goes for goal. And that would have been quite a goal if he'd scored there. But Ederson in the right place where he should have been to make the save. Fernandinho gets this one away. Mahrez can get it further away. 4 minutes of added time to see out. A lot of highlights here. Aguero from the right, cuts inside, and then loses it to Matip. But Fernandinho with a little drag back heel there. Otamendi to Fernandinho again. Aguero, he's got an overlap run. De Bruyne couldn't bring that ball in, but we still got it until we lose it there. And now Keita is played in behind. Not the best one-on-one finisher. And Ederson again. Another very important save there. He really has been so good this season. And he's keeping a clean sheet here. Virgil van Dijk with the ball back to Grimaldo. Another save from Ederson into the danger zone. Another save from Ederson. And Liverpool will be so frustrated that they haven't been able to breach our defences. Certainly our last line of defence. And surely we can just get to the end of this game. Time nearly up. There we are. A nice 2-0 victory. A lot of Liverpool shots on targets came at the end of the game, to be fair. We did seem to have the match pretty much wrapped up. A very important win in the title race, so it has to be said. We've now had 6 straight victories, Spurs and Liverpool in the league. And if we just have a look at that table, you can see a huge 7-point lead opened up ahead of Arsenal. We can even open that one up to 10 points. Liverpool only 1 game behind us. If they win, they close it to 7 as well. So a huge game against Arsenal, really. If we win that, that could really be the title effectively sewn up already. We're on our way to a 100-point season as well, which is really nice. Hopefully we can maybe break the points record. But up next, second place Arsenal. Not the team I thought would be challenging us, but they are in second place. We could do with the win there. And then Chelsea away. If we win the Arsenal game, I won't show the Chelsea one because there's not going to be a lot of points to that. The title will be pretty much sewn up. And instead, we'll jump ahead to the Liverpool match and see if we can make it to the final of the Carabao Cup. We'll probably do the Southampton FA Cup match as well. And we'll just focus on the cup competitions unless something goes horribly wrong in the Premier League. So let's jump ahead to Arsenal and see if we can get our second win of the episode. For the Arsenal game, we're going with a similar team to last time, but we are bringing in Phil Foden in the Mazzala role. We've also got Rodri coming in to defensive midfield, supporting De Bruyne in there. Laporte comes in instead of Otamendi as well. Walker and Mendy both in the fullback position. So a few changes, but mostly the same team that went out and beat Liverpool. We're hoping for a similar result here. A dangerous Arsenal team with Aubameyang and Lacazette up top. Their defence and midfield pretty much what you would expect to be facing. Bernd Leno in goal as well. But we should be able to just go out there and get the win. I try and change up the team talks quite a bit just to make sure that we can keep that motivation rolling out when you're on such a big unbeaten / winning streak as we are at the moment. In terms of transfers, it is January. I do have a bit of money in the wage budget. Let's see this highlight first. Rodri out to Phil Foden. Be nice if he could score or get an assist today. Foden goes for goal and it's tipped over by Leno. Players that I'm looking to sign. I'm looking at Edouard, who plays for Celtic at the moment as a striker. The scouts are loving him, really pushing for me to pick him up. And I can get him for about 30 million. And given he's scoring a few goals, I think he's got 10 in about 17 this season. I am tempted by that because we only have Aguero and Jesus really, who are top class strikers. Aubameyang though puts the ball in and Lacazette has buried the header to make it 1-0 to Arsenal. A goal from pretty much nothing. I told you they would be the dangerous pairing. Not that you need telling, everybody knows that. But their partnership has been so potent. It's a reason that they've managed to get to where they are in second place. But now they've managed to get the lead as well. And this could create a bit of a title race if they win this game. If we win, it goes to 10 points. If we lose, I think it closes down to 4. De Bruyne with a free kick though, puts it in and it's gone over by Leno there. Leno just tipping it over the bar. It didn't come off the bar. De Bruyne takes the corner and nothing comes of it. But yeah, so Edouard is one player I'm looking at. The other one I'm looking at is Everton Ribeiro, who's currently at Gramau. We do have a free kick though. Torreira now on a yellow card. De Bruyne in a good position here, right on the edge of the D. He's scored a few already and he's hit that post. I mean, he has scored a few free kicks, but I think he's hit the upright about 4 times from free kicks as well. But yeah, Everton Ribeiro, the other one I'm looking at, he also is about 30 million. I have 60 million in the kitty. They're two decent early 20s players who will add to the team. Time to have a bit of a go at the team, I think, given we're 1-0 down. But at the moment, I'm not too happy with the winger situation. They just don't seem to be doing that great a job. And maybe it's the formation. Sterling's been good. Bernardo Silva's been good out in that position. De Bruyne winning the ball beautifully there. Socrates away. Aubameyang has kept it. Bellerin will probably try and dink this over the top. Instead he goes short to Guendouzi. He does dink it over the top. And Aubameyang's pace has our defence on toast. But it's straight at Ederson's chest there. But Mahrez, I'm not really happy with. We'll be losing Fernandinho and David Silva soon, which will free up a bit of space for the likes of Phil Foden. But David Silva and Bernardo... But it also means Bernardo Silva can move into central midfield, which frees up his space on the right midfield. Mahrez, I'm not too happy with. I don't think he's a player that I want in my team, really. We are really struggling here against Arsenal just to get the tactics, the shots that we need to get a goal. And I'm not too sure what to change. I think we can maybe take off Bernardo Silva and Sterling, and then also let's take off Phil Foden and bring on Gundogan and see what that does for us. A completely refreshed attack. We're on very attacking now as well. 10 minutes to go. I'm just going to demand more from the team in the last 5. They've reacted reasonably well to that. Not long left here. Mendy with the throw. It could be our second defeat of the season. It goes in towards Aguero. Comes back to Mendy. Holding on to it. Finds Dani Olmo. Mendy again. This will be a huge win for Arsenal if they get it. Rodrigo back to Mendy. He puts it inside. It's gone all the way past everyone. Walker has to clean it up in the pouring rain of Manchester. He finds Rodri. Outside to Walker. This will be our first home league defeat. De Bruyne to Rodrigo. He's got a man over. Instead, he goes out to Walker. Back to Rodri again. Ball's in, and it's gone into the net. But Aguero is offside there. If he hadn't touched it, who knows if that would have gone in. VAR is having a look at it. I'm pretty sure this will be offside, though. To be honest, I'm not sure. Yeah, it has been given as offside. I'm not sure he was offside. But there you go. And time is up. And that's it. We've lost. That VAR decision, or to be fair, it was the linesman's decision, but it does mean we have lost this game, and the title maybe not as sewn up as we thought it was when we beat Liverpool. Things looking a little bit tighter now. 1 point in it. We do have a game in hand though, where we can open the lead up to 4 points, but I thought we'd be 10 points ahead at this point, and instead it looks like it could be a little bit of a close season. So not the best, not the best outcome there. We will end the episode here though, because it has been quite a long one. And what we'll do next time is we will pick up against Southampton and possibly Liverpool there and see how we get on. Then we'll maybe knock on all the way to perhaps this Juventus game, depending on if the Carabao Cup final happens or not, because then we'd probably have Juve and the Carabao Cup final in one go, so that could be an interesting episode after that. But do drop a like on the video if you are enjoying this series. Make sure to subscribe as well if you want to catch each episode. Over half the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you're at this point in the series, you really should be. And until next time, see ya!